What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike. Welcome back to another The Last of Us video. Now, this is going to be the review for The Last of Us Season 1, Episode 3. Now, let me just start off by saying that The Last of Us has been renewed for a second season, and I knew it was coming, man, because so many viewers have tuned into this show, man. You know, they've had millions of viewers. I think they said this is the second most viewed show on HBO Max. The first is House of the Dragon. But yeah, man, this show is doing numbers. It's doing great. So I knew a second season was coming. I'm just not looking forward to that second season, man, when Joel gets killed. If you played the games, you know what I'm talking about. It's not going to be a very good moment when that happens. Unless they completely switch it up, but I don't see that happening because they switched it up in episode 3 of The Last of Us. They switched it up from the game. We seen your boy Bill, man. Bill got introduced, and they did some things different with him. The first part of the episode is just, Joel and Ellie, they're on the move, man, trying to make it further out of Boston. They're just trying to make it to where Ellie needs to go. And you can see, Joel and Ellie are bonding a little bit more, man. He's starting to get a little bit more comfortable. He's talking to her a little bit more, telling her things and stuff. He's not being as mean. But he told her, look, don't ever bring up Tess or nothing like that. So he doesn't want her to talk about Tess. But he set some ground rules, pretty much saying, look, whatever I say goes. So we just see them on the road for a little bit. And then the episode switches to Bill. We see Bill, man. He's a loner. He doesn't have anybody. He's just living in this little town, this neighborhood or whatever. He has this gate up so nobody can get in there. And he's just surviving on his own. He has nobody around, no family, nothing. And then this guy is outside of the gate named Frank. And honestly, from playing the game and stuff, remember when Bill seen Frank hanging and stuff and Frank was dead in the game? I knew there was much more, to these two relationship and stuff. So I'm glad we got to explore that. I'm glad we got to see what these two relationship actually was. Bill is suspect of Frank at first, but he decides to bring him in and feed him and stuff. And Frank is like, oh my God, like he hasn't had a meal like this in a long time. So he was very appreciative of that meal. He had some wine and stuff. He was just in heaven. And Bill, he really showed him some hospitality, and Frank loved it. And then Frank went over and was like messing with some stuff with the piano and stuff or whatever. And then he ended up kissing Bill. So this relationship took a turn quick. Frank tells Bill to go take a shower and stuff. And then they get in the bed together and stuff. Enough about that. Then there's like a time jump and stuff. We see it's years later. Frank and Bill are still together. The relationship is even stronger. They're kind of arguing a little bit about, whether to talk to people or bring people in like friends and stuff. Bill says there are no friends out there to be had, and Frank says he's already been talking to a woman on the radio, and it turns out to be Tess. Now, we knew that Joel knew Bill from in the game and stuff, but I don't think they explained how they met and stuff like that, so it was nice to see how Bill and Frank met Tess and Joel. We see them at the table outside eating and just talking and stuff, and Frank wants to bring them in the house, and Bill, he's not with that idea. He's like, no, he has a gun out, kind of pointing it towards Joel. And Joel says, look, I would be, feeling the same way if I was you. You just can't trust anybody for real. But that's basically, how they met. And then we see some more time has passed. Bill ends up getting hurt. There's like a whole bunch of shit going on outside. We see fire and all kinds of activity going on, man. Frank is taking care of Bill, cleaning up his wound. And then we see another time jump, and Frank and Bill are a lot older. And there's something wrong with Frank, man. He's older and he's sick. He's in a wheelchair and stuff, and Bill is just taking care of him. They've really been together all these years. Bill is taking care of him. But Frank decides, look, I want this to end. I'm in pain. I'm suffering and stuff. I don't want to suffer anymore. So he asked Bill, to put some pills in his wine and stuff. And he said, you can hold me until I die. And then Bill decides that he wants to die as well. So when they're at the table, after he put his pills in the wine, I guess Bill put some in his own wine too. So they drink the wine and stuff, and apparently they go in the room and they die together. Then we see Joel and Ellie show up to Bill's house. Joel needs Bill's help and stuff. He has no idea where Bill is or whatever. And they're in the house looking around. Ellie finds a note that's from Bill. It says to whomever, but probably Joel. So Ellie's reading it to Joel, and it pretty much says that he's gone and stuff, that, he died, and they're in the bedroom. He says not to come in the bedroom, but he said he left the window open so the house wouldn't smell. And then there's a mention of Tess in the letter, and Ellie doesn't say the name, obviously because Joel told her to never mention Tess. So they decide to leave and use the truck that's in the garage or whatever. They get in the truck and they drive off, and Ellie is fascinated. I guess she's never been in a truck or whatever. She's like, damn, this is like a spaceship. And she was just really fascinated with it, and they drive off together. And that's the end of the episode. And I'm honestly kind of mad that we never seen Ellie and Bill interact, because in the game, man, Joel and Ellie were together and they came across Bill, and Bill took them through the town and stuff, to get the car with the battery. And they were fighting off a whole bunch of infected and clickers and all kinds of stuff in the game. And I loved that part, man. Bill was a badass. And I'm honestly kind of mad that we didn't get to see that side of Bill in this episode. I like the little story with Bill and Frank and stuff, but I wish they would have showed how much of a badass Bill is. Based off the games and stuff, we know Bill is a badass. So I wish they would have showed that, and I wish we would have seen Bill and Ellie interact. We didn't get to see that at all. In the show, Ellie never even got to meet Bill, and that was kind of upsetting. But it is what it is, man. So far, this show is still great. I mean, it's an amazing show. This episode right here, I don't know. I didn't like it as good as the first 2 episodes, but I still enjoyed it. I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. I really loved seeing Bill in this episode, man. He's a great character. Of course, Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey did a great job as usual. I cannot wait until episode 4, man. This show is so damn good. So damn good. And I can't wait for the rest of the season. Can't wait for season 2. I'm just excited. I really am. But let me know you guys' thoughts down below. What did you think about episode 3? What did you think about Bill and Frank? Comment all your thoughts. And what do you think's going to happen next? What are your theories, thoughts, predictions, and everything else? Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all The Last of Us content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I got links below to the PayPal and Cash App accounts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.